one thing I know that we experience a lot as African women, Black women, is we try to be the strongest person that ever lived. We're always trying to suppress what we're experiencing. Apart from even those suppressing, there are some people that think that there is a prize to be won by suffering the most. And let me tell you guys, there's no prize to be won. We are not going to get any award. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Jade here and I hope you all are doing well. Today's video is going to be the beginning of a very interesting series, well, at least interesting to me. And it's interesting because it's something that I have never given off the impression that I'll be talking about on this channel, but it's basically me talking about my pregnancy journey, you guys. I'm sure that by now, when this video is coming out, you guys will already know that I was pregnant at some point. I've given birth and everything, but obviously I have to make these videos right now as I'm going through the journey so that I can capture, you know, what is happening. And the essence of this series is basically just for me personally to document my journey. I did get a journal. I think I will show you guys maybe in this video or another video if I get the opportunity to pick it up, because it's not right here in this room. But I did get a journal where you can write, you know, things that are happening to you. You can put your ultrasound pictures and a bunch of stuff. But, you know, just the way I've been documenting all my other important milestones in life, I wanted to make a video series of this as well. So in addition to me doing this to document my journey for myself, is also going to serve as, I guess, I don't want to say advice, but just something that people can look at if they are trying to find out how somebody else's journey was, and maybe something that they may want to relate to, and maybe even an opportunity for people to get tips on how they can, you know, enjoy their journey better or go through their journey better or whatever. So it's not just going to be me documenting my journey for my own purposes, but it's also going to be beneficial to you guys that are watching. If you are pregnant, or if you are going to be pregnant and you just want, you know, my perspective on how my own pregnancy went, you know, that kind of thing. I just think this would be a good it would be a good avenue for you guys to hear some of my thoughts on my journey so far. In terms of how I want to categorize it, what I'm thinking of right now is to separate all these videos into first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. And I will do my best to also show you guys what my experience is like giving birth. Now, because of privacy purposes, that last one, I don't know how much I can share, but worst case scenario, I would definitely give you guys an account of how it went. Even if I cannot give you full-on clips and everything, I would at least give you guys the lowdown of how it went, especially if you are somebody that is in Canada and you're wondering, okay, what is the giving birth experience going to be like in Canada? I'm sure you'll be curious to know, so I'll be more than happy to share that with you guys. I just don't know how much detail is going to be there. I don't know if I want to be filming in the delivery room or not. I don't know. I just started this journey, so I can't really say, but my intention is to do first, second, third trimester and the giving birth process, and any kind of information that I can give you guys that will be useful. Now, in terms of separating them into those 3 trimesters and the giving birth, I don't know if it's going to be one video for each. It depends on what's happening, honestly. It depends on what's happening. My aim now is to do more of sit down videos, but I know that obviously this journey is not just going to be about me telling you stories. There are going to be some things that I'll be capturing, like vlogs. So in that scenario, I will make a video you know, or a vlog or something that still has to do with one of these trimesters, and that will be separate from the sit down video that I'm doing, or it will be a part of it, one of the two. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys like the format for which I'm trying to work with for this series. It's not something I've ever done before, and it's something that's going to span a long amount of time, so things may change, you know, but this is my initial intention for how I want it to be like. So if you are excited to come on this journey with me, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment. The engagement really does matter. I know a bunch of you guys, sometimes you watch, you don't necessarily remember to like or to comment and everything, but it actually helps the creator when you guys do that. So please like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, engage with the content so that we know that you like it. Okay, so today's video is going to be about the first trimester. I'm currently 10 weeks pregnant. I definitely do not have any bump or anything that makes it look like I'm pregnant at the moment, but I can promise you the symptoms are letting me know that I'm pregnant. And I'm just going to give you guys, you know, what my experience has been like so far, and also some tips that I recommend, obviously based on things that have worked for me. This is not medical advice, yo. Let me just put that one very clear. Like, this is not medical advice. This is me just telling you guys things that have worked for me, and I'm not going to really go into too many medical things because, of course, if you're currently pregnant or if you're trying to be pregnant, whatever it is that you need for your body is something that your doctor is already going to tell you. There are already like set procedures and advice, medical advice that doctors would recommend for people who are pregnant. So I don't need to be the one giving you that information, and I'm not qualified to do so. So I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just going to give you a bit of tips that worked for me. A lot of them are going to be very like mental and like practical as opposed to medical, and then I'll just give like some concluding remarks on, you know, on everything. I'll just give some concluding remarks. So that's typically what, you know, this video is going to be like. Okay, without further ado, let's get right into it. I have my handy phone here and I'm going to be going through some of the things I experienced, especially like the symptoms. So the first thing I experienced, you guys, was extreme fatigue. You guys, if you're close to me, you know that this pregnancy came about as a result of an IVF procedure. I have not decided whether or not I want to share that with you. I have done a vlog, like I vlogged the whole IVF experience. I talked about, like, you know, how it went, where I did it, I gave advice and everything, but I've not decided. I've not decided if that's something I want to share or not. Guys, let me know if that's something you want to know. The caveat is that there are some things I will not be sharing about it, and that may leave a gap for some of you that actually need useful information. That's the reason why that is the reason why I'm not sure if I want to share that. But I do have vlogs, like I do have videos and everything ready if I ever decide to, you know. So, but just so you know, this pregnancy did come about as a result of an IVF. The reason why we did IVF is what I'm not sure I want to share. You know, on the internet sometimes you have to be careful around like how much information you give out. So I'm not sure I want to go into reasons why I did IVF, but the reason why I'm sharing this now is because some of the symptoms that I'm going to be mentioning are peculiar to those that do IVF. So it's important for you to know that what I'm saying may not apply to you if your own pregnancy was a natural conception. Anyway, so the first thing I experienced was extreme fatigue, you guys. And as I mentioned earlier, this was actually as a result of the amount of medication that I was on. You guys, people that conceive naturally do not have to take as much medication as those that undergo IVF. And I think, in fact, not that I think, I know for sure that the amount of medication I was on played a key role in how fatigued I was. You guys, the tiredness was beyond this world. Like right now I'm talking to you, I'm 10 weeks and I cannot believe that I have this amount of energy to even talk because back then I was so tired. Like I felt sick, like I had malaria. Most days I felt like I had malaria. I could barely move around. I had to get a chair for the shower because I could not stand for long periods of time. You guys, I was legit very tired. I'm very like sick. I don't even want to say tired. What I felt was sickness. I did not feel like it, I don't even want to classify it as fatigue. What I felt was sickness. And if you're somebody that is going to do IVF, I think you should expect that. I think you should expect that because yeah, that's what I experienced. But that's one of the symptoms. I also eventually got a very high sense of smell, and I think everybody is very familiar with this one. This one, you know, is the same thing, I think, across whether it's natural or IVF. Yeah, a lot of people experience this. And the smell, like you can smell everything, you guys, like from laundry products to food to everything, even the dust around you, you can smell it. And I don't even know why that happens, but that's something I definitely experienced. Also nausea, you guys. Initially I did not have nausea. Around week 4 or 5, it was 6, I think week 6 or week 7, that the nausea now really hit me, you guys. Like it came like a surprise. It came like a surprise because I was thinking that I was going to be one of those people that did not experience nausea. I know my mom told me that she did not experience nausea in her own pregnancy, so I was like, maybe it's a genetic thing that I'll not experience nausea. Is it lie? I experienced it like hell. I'm still currently experiencing it. In fact, today I still vomited today. Today's one was not even planned. Like I like it was so sudden. I didn't even expect it at all. So nausea and actual vomiting is something I definitely experienced. Nipple sensitivity, that one also came later on. Headaches, you guys, and the headaches are really, they are tough to deal with because you have limited options for the amount of medication that you can use. And I remember using Tylenol. Every time I use more than one Tylenol, my stomach starts to hurt, you guys. So I'm not able to use a high strength that would deal with the headache. At the same time, I have the headache. So it's not a nice experience at all when you're having that headache because you're not able to properly treat it and you kind of have to just like wait it out. Another thing I experienced was food aversions. I'm still experiencing it at the moment. You guys, I'm not interested in chicken, meat, like anything protein. And I'm not saying anything protein, like most meat products. I don't know why. I just don't feel like eating them. I don't even understand why, but like most of the time I'm not interested in, especially chicken. What else? Yeah, that's the major thing. And I can be eating something now, next moment is irritating to me. I remember there was a time I was eating a shawarma dish, a shawarma meal, and by the next time I smelt it, it was irritating to me. So like there are a lot of things that I can't really eat. And the next point is kind of related to the food aversions, which is like a metallic taste at the back of your mouth. And I think this is what actually even impacts like the food aversions, because food does not taste the same. The things that you enjoyed in the past, like, oh, another thing I don't really enjoy, fries. For some reason, fries does not taste the same. And it's because of that metallic taste in your mouth. That metallic taste comes from like the hormones rising in your body, trying to balance itself. And you guys, if you're Nigerian or if you're someone that's ever had malaria, you should know that metallic taste that I'm referring to. Why I said Nigerian is because I know a lot of Nigerians have had malaria. But if you're someone that's had malaria, you should know the metallic taste I'm referring to, like a taste of blood in your mouth. That's how I am constantly, you guys, even till now. And I think it's related to why there are so many food aversions for pregnant women in their first trimester. This final one really shocked me, and that is waterworks, crying, emotions. I feel like I have been so much more emotional than I normally would be. It's not, I won't describe myself as a hard ass. Like, I'm not somebody that I would say had no emotions before, but I'm not just gonna cry like for a movie or for random things. You guys, I found myself crying for just any touching thing I see on Instagram. I'm crying. If Chris does something for me, I'm crying. Like, when I say something for me, I mean something I'm grateful for. Something I'm grateful for. I find myself tearing up because I'm like, oh my goodness, how lucky I am to have somebody who is going to take care of me. And you know, I just felt and feel emotions a bit stronger than I once did essentially. So that is definitely one of the things that really surprised me in this pregnancy. And I'm not going to say that everything I've mentioned is an exhaustive list. I'm sure there are some other symptoms here and there that I have forgotten to mention, but I tried to take my time to put down some of the major ones that I experienced, and I believe that there may be some others that I possibly missed out. So if you are in your first trimester, or if you've had a kid before and obviously you went through a first trimester, please drop a comment in the comment section of any symptom that I possibly did not mention that you experienced. Let's share with each other like what other symptoms there are out there, which ones shocked you, which ones were you surprised about, even like in the ones I've mentioned as well, like which one of these symptoms shocked you, like you never thought you would do something like that, or you never thought you would experience something like that. Which one of them shocked you? Yeah, so that's basically it about the symptoms. And right now I'm gonna give you guys a few tips of how I think you can cope with these symptoms, because believe you me, these symptoms are, well, for me, let me not say for everybody, for me, there are things that really took over my life for the last couple of weeks and are still taking over my life. I'm currently a bit stronger, so I would say I'm not suffering as much, but a lot of these symptoms overtook my life. Like, there are things that I could not ignore. There were things that encompassed my day, and I just think that some of these tips might help you guys deal with it. So the very first one I'm going to say is that don't stress about late symptoms or even something that you're not experiencing. If you guys know this app called Flow, it's going to be telling you things like, oh, yeah, 3 weeks now, you should be experiencing this. Yeah, 4 weeks now, you should be experiencing that. Yeah, 6 weeks now, you should be experiencing whatever. What I noticed in my own experience was that I was not experiencing these things according to the weeks that they were saying I was meant to experience them. They were coming much later. Now, don't get me wrong, in that app, they also mentioned that, you know, if you have not seen these symptoms yet, you should not be worried, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, you know how things are. These symptoms, obviously, for them to have written it in an app like that, it means that a lot of people have actually experienced it by this point. So mentally, you start to compare yourself with other people and say, you know what, why am I not experiencing this thing yet? You know, that kind of thing. But at the same time, you just have to know that, okay, you are pregnant. Just because you're not seeing exactly what they are saying does not mean that there's something wrong with you. Of course, make sure you check with your medical professional if there's anything that you're really worried about. But my own symptoms, a lot of the things that they said came later than when they said it was going to come. So don't stress about that. I know I didn't really mention anything about that in the symptoms because there wasn't really any specific thing that I could connect to the use of the app. But I just wanted to mention that because I know some people might be having that kind of anxiety. The second tip I'll say is get nausea medication, you guys. See, one thing I know that we experience a lot as African women, Black women, is we try to be the strongest person that ever lived. We're always trying to suppress what we're experiencing. Apart from even those suppressing, there are some people that think that there is a prize to be won by suffering the most. And let me tell you guys, there's no prize to be won. We are not going to get any award. So there is medication for nausea. Don't just say, oh, I'm pregnant, definitely I must have nausea, and then you just be dying with your nausea. Ask your doctor for medication to deal with nausea. There are, especially if you're in Canada, there are specific medication that is not above, on top of the counter, over the counter medication for nausea, like how you feel nausea normally for any random sickness. There are specific ones for pregnant women that are stronger than what you will see over the counter. Ask your doctor for a prescription and get nausea medication. As I am right now, I'm on 2 different nausea medications and they are helping me. Yes, I still, get to puke every now and then, I vomit every now and then, but at least I know that if I was not on this medication, it would be way worse. I know that it will be way worse. So definitely make sure that you get on medication for your nausea. And then also see, this still goes back to the point I was mentioning before. Ask for help, you guys. Ask for help. Ask for help from your husband. You do not conceive this baby by yourself. This baby is a product of you and somebody else. Ask for help. In fact, my advice would be do the bare minimum. Do the minimum thing that your body can do. This is not a time to be proving that you are superwoman, you are the strongest person this is not the time. And don't get me wrong, I understand that some people don't have that luxury, especially those that already have like a toddler that they have to take care of. If you are working, obviously you're not going to get maternity leave until you actually give birth. So I understand that there are some situations whereby you really do have to just put yourself together. But if you don't have to, do not. Anything that you don't have to do, don't do. Ask for help from those around you. If you're someone that is in Nigeria, or if you're someone that has like family and friends around you. Why I said Nigeria is because Nigeria is usually the place where people have more support and a community to help them out in these times. If you're not in Nigeria and you're in Canada and you also have those people around you, all well and good. But the point is, do the bare minimum and always ask for help. The last tip I'm going to give is that make the necessary adjustments to make things easier for you. Make the necessary adjustments. So for example, when I started to notice that I was getting weaker and weaker, you guys, I bought a chair for the shower. It's like this orthopedic looking chairs. I don't know, I'll probably see if I can find a picture to show you guys what it looks like. But get a chair. If you know you cannot stand well in the shower, get a chair. If you have a bathtub, even better, so you can sit on the edge. But ours is a shower, so I ended up getting a chair. Another thing I did was, I'm somebody that likes to have tea in the morning. I bought myself small kettle that I can use to make tea inside the room, so I don't have to go all the way downstairs each morning to make tea early in the morning. Another thing is that I was able to do to make adjustments is to make use of a mini fridge. So I had this, although I had this before getting pregnant, I had like a mini fridge, and I was able to use that fridge to keep like certain items that I'll be able to eat early in the morning. And the reason is that usually the nausea is more when you are hungry. So when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't have enough energy to climb down the stairs and start looking for anything to eat or to start cooking. Sometimes even the cooking itself, the smell will add to your nausea. So I was able to make use of my fridge to keep like bread, butter, milk that I will use with the tea, yogurt. Yogurt was in fact is my good friend. I don't know, I keep saying was as if I'm not still inside this trimester. But yogurt was something that I really did rely on because it was so quick to eat. yogurt and bread. So make sure that you put those things around you, so that anything that will make life easy for you, any adjustment that will just make things easier for you to achieve, do that. For a couple of weeks, I was not working. This is my office. I was not working in my office. Like, I was working from my bed. I brought my laptop. I disconnected it from all the monitors. I brought the laptop to the room. Anything that I was able to do to just make sure that I can do my work from in a comfortable place. Meetings where I normally have to have my face on camera, I let them know I wasn't going to be on camera. Those kind of things. Like, anything that can just make life easier for you, do it. This is not the time to be doing superwoman. Your body is already doing so much work, and I can tell you for sure, because as you're seeing me right now, you guys, I'm losing weight. I've lost like 3 kg. I've lost like 3 kg, and I know that obviously the weight pile-on will still come maybe like in 2nd trimester and 3rd trimester, obviously with the growing of the baby and increasing appetite. But I'm just trying to tell you that this 1st trimester is a lot of people do lose weight. You cannot keep food down because you are nauseous, you don't even feel like eating, and your body is working so hard. So this is not the time to be doing superwoman. Make sure that you make the adjustments that you need to make yourself comfortable. So to conclude this video, I'm going to conclude by saying that your journey is yours. Your journey is yours to experience. Whatever is doing you, however is doing you, express it however you feel is best for yourself. I find that one of the things I experienced a lot is people saying things like, oh, you're experiencing this, but oh, that just means, the baby is growing as it should. Oh, and honestly speaking, I was not able to mix the joy of being pregnant with how I was feeling. Now, this doesn't mean that, like, low-key, I don't know that this is what I want and I'm not happy about it. No, but I was not able to have the energy to laugh or to giggle with myself and say, oh my goodness, I'm having a baby. Like, that little realization, those little like giddy moments you have. I was not able to have those moments, not because I'm not happy, but the amount of things I was experiencing were too overwhelming. And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad that you are not feeling good. Don't feel bad that you are not feeling the joy that everybody is expecting you to be feeling. Don't feel bad, because it's normal. You are experiencing things that you experience when you are normally sick. You are vomiting, you cannot eat well, food tastes terrible, you are weak, you can't move from your bed. I mean, I think it takes a superhuman for you to just be shining teeth and say, okay, because it's a baby that is coming, you should just forget about all the bad things you're experiencing. I'm not saying don't be a positive person. You can be, but whenever you feel overwhelmed, allow yourself to feel bad. Like, give yourself that grace to feel bad. Don't kick yourself in the foot and say, oh, why am I feeling bad? Why am I not excited? You can, like, even though something positive is happening to you, you can feel, you may not be up to it to express the joy in a way that people are expecting you to. And I don't think this is something that you should beat yourself up about. Trust me, not enjoying pregnancy is very, very common. It's very, very common. So just make sure that you take it in gentle strides. Whenever you feel better, you can shine it. That's what I feel about it. And instead of focusing on how to shine it when you're not feeling good or try to form superwoman, I think that this is a time for you to focus on how you can cope with this period. This is something that you wanted. If it is something that you wanted, this is something that you prayed for, that you hoped for. So just work towards focusing on how you can cope with the negative things that you are feeling, and keep a North Star in mind that the end result of this thing is going to be something to be happy about. So that would be my concluding remarks. about the first trimester. As I mentioned before, I don't know if there's going to be anything else that I'll vlog around this first trimester. If there is, I may add it to this video. If I don't add it to this video, I will create it as a separate video, but I will try my best to include any other significant thing that I would like you guys to see on my channel. I will find a way to include it either as a separate video. In fact, most likely a separate video, because I know this video is going to be very long. So I will do that. And guys, if you have any symptoms in your first trimester that you want to share, any tips, any advice that you want to give other people that are currently going through their first trimester, if you have any tips that you want to share with them, please use the comment section. Just use the comment section to engage in those discussions, because I'm sure somebody is going to find what you have to say very useful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, engage. As I mentioned, I'm going to be coming up with other videos about the second trimester, third trimester, or any other thing that I find interesting. You guys can also follow me on my social if you want to hear from me more regularly. Thanks for watching. Bye.